So I've been seeing this thing called black fatigue running around the internet where everybody's talking about how to like sick of all the behavior that they've been seeing out of the black community. And honestly, I'm with it. Like I understand completely where they're coming from because I'm sick of it too. Like as a black man, I'm sick of seeing us act like that in public, right? The rudeness, the spitting on people, the attacking people, the ratchet behavior, right? The twerking, the sagging, the ghetto mess. I'm over it, dog. Like every time I step out my crib, I gotta see that. And I don't wanna see that and I don't wanna deal with that. Like I don't
Wait, bro.
what
We live in Elmhurst, bro.
what
We live in Elmhurst. That's a white suburb. We don't even see other black people.
Don't do that, bro.
We don't even,
Bro.
bro. We in Elmhurst. That's
I'm
not,
making a
you
video.
know, white suburb. We don't even be seeing no other black people. What are you sick of?
Bro, you did what?
How you sick of behavior? You don't see. You don't see them. You don't see it. You are nowhere near them. You are nowhere near other black people to be acting like. The fuck is you sick of, bro?
Come on, stop.
Shut your dumb ass up.
What the fuck?
Stop.
Do you all remember the black fatigue fiasco that hit the internet a couple of months ago? I do, and I do so vividly. A bunch of people lined up to speak about how they were tired of black people and their behavior. Thousands upon thousands of people lined up to get their concerns and gripes about black people, ghetto black people to be specific, off. And to be frank, I found it disgusting. But what I found even more disgusting was the amount of other black people doing it. Black people in leagues came out to complain about other black people in a way that was extremely reminiscent of that old Chris Rock joke. Rock states there's black people and there's niggas, and niggas have got to go. Every time black people want to have a good time, ignorant ass niggas fuck it up. Yeah, Yep, that's why he got slapped. That's exactly why he got slapped. That's why, stuff like this. Essentially, many people believe that there are two camps of black people. Hood niggas, ratchets, ghetto niggas, etc. And classy niggas, Oreo cookies, if you will, the uppity, the Carlton Bankses of our society. And for the people who subscribe to this, there has been a bit of an internal beef. Uppity blacks think that ratchets ruin everything, and ratchets consider the sedity niggas to be traitors who covet whiteness. I will unpack this concept in its own video, but for the purposes of this video and the argument that I will be deconstructing, there are two camps, and they hate each other. But what is at the root of this internal resentment? Where does it come from? And ultimately, what can be done about it? Allow me a moment to explore that with you and maybe even answer some of it. But before we get into that, I need to talk to you about how I can afford to do this for a living. It's because of my Patreon. I am a part of a wonderful community of loving supporters who allow me to do this for you full time so I can make you the best videos possible. So, if you enjoyed this, please consider becoming a patron. It's only $2 and you get access to everything I make plus things I can't put anywhere else. Thank you so much for your time and I hope to see you there. Now, back to the video. Damn! So what is black fatigue actually? Black fatigue, a term coined by Mary Frances Winters, describes the phenomena of mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion felt by black people as they are forced to navigate racism. But like all good things founded or invented by black women, white Americans on the internet came to steal it. Now, the term has been co-opted to have a more malicious meaning, a dubious double definition, a cruel counterpart, an insidious implication. Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry. I have a writing degree and I don't get to use it very often. The secondary meaning is the feeling of exhaustion and displeasure people feel when exposed to black people, specifically ratchet or ghetto black people. This second definition, one completely made up by people who never read the book where the term came from, gave rise to a slew of videos where people of many walks of life seized the opportunity to berate and bemoan black people at large. And I found this deeply disturbing. It was shocking that apps like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram were allowing blatant racist vitriol to not only proliferate, but to do so while being paid. People launch content careers and join monetization programs from spewing this hate. These, mind you, are the same apps that flagged me for bullying for saying that Republicans' chins looked like chisels. I watched impassioned sonnets of complaints about twerking, loudness, and rudeness attributed to black people on apps that won't let me insult a person's shirt without getting flagged. And what I found the utmost disturbing and disconcerting is how many black people were doing it and just how many people were lying. Something that I noticed while watching some of the Black Fatigue videos is that the stories seemed a bit fabricated. One that stuck out to me and was consequently massively popular was a man talking about black people who held up traffic in Put-in-Bay, Ohio. I'll play the entire video for you now.
Black fatigue. It's all over my FYP page. Thank you. I am so happy that this is being brought up. And oh, by the way, for us white people that have been around the block a long time, this isn't new to us. We've been dealing with this for over 40 years. Here's my story. This is about 2015. I'm at Put-in-Bay. Put-in-Bay's on South Bass Island in Lake Erie. There's a bunch of bars out there. It's a great place for adults to go play. Think of Pat Daly, Mad Dog Adams. If you don't know those guys, think of Jimmy Buffett. I'm sitting on a bench on Delaware waiting for my wife, who's in a shop shopping. And at the time, the traffic is two ways. And I think I witnessed why it is no longer two ways. It's a Saturday afternoon. The island is packed. The traffic is bumper to bumper. These two guys going in opposite directions decide to stop and have a chat. Not for a couple seconds, not for a couple minutes, but I think it was around 10 minutes before people started to threaten them. But around the 5-minute mark, I'm just sitting there with my arms folded, just shaking my head. And I hear this voice. This is what's holding us back. This is why we're hated. And I turned around to see who had said it, and it was a black couple about my age. And then he looked directly at me and said, 30 years ago, I'd go down there, grab those idiots by their dreadlocks, and teach them a lesson their fathers never did. And I looked at him and went, 30 years ago, I'd have been right there with you. I have hated this type of behavior my entire life. I've never gotten it. How self-centered do you have to have no respect for any other human being? It's all about you. These are the people I've spent my life avoiding. But I had never thought about it from the black community side. And I gotta say, it sucks a lot more for you guys than it does for us white people because you're associated with it, right? There are a lot of whites that just put you all together. And it has slowed down the healing of this country. But seriously, 40 years ago, racism should have been over. Unfortunately, the Democratic Party has continued to fan the flames of racism to make money and to get votes. I'm so thankful that a lot of you are waking up to this. And again, I can't stress this enough. This isn't a black thing. This is a behavior thing. Some of my closer friends are black, and I love and appreciate them. And I'm very thankful that they have not allowed the crappy behavior out of some to drag them down. Well, I hope you're having a great day. I hope to see you tomorrow.
Now, here's the fun thing about Put-in-Bay. There are no black people there. Put-in-Bay's 2010 census data clearly states that the small town of 138 people has not had any black people in it and continues not to. Even to this day, no black people live there. So is it possible that black people block traffic? Sure, anything is possible. Is it likely? Absolutely not. That shit never happened. But you know what did happen? A bunch of, and pardon my French here, coons got riled up at the chance to talk shit about ghetto black people. Y'all let this racist baby eagle trick y'all into throwing your own people under the bus. But why were people so willing to do this? What is going on with black people internally that constitutes this rivalry? So I asked at the top of this video what the root of this internal resentment was with the two black camps and where it came from. To put it quaintly, it's white supremacy. And it's a brand of white supremacy that permeates both sides of the matter. It keeps black people mired in the muck of respectability, identity, culture, and acceptance. The most damaging, in my opinion, is the respectability. I will be blunt in saying that there are black people who believe that their liberation is contingent on white acceptance. They believe their individual freedom lies predicated on the idea that if white people liked them, that racism would end, that they would be safe. I find this belief to be delusional, as swaths of respectable and well-behaved black people have been jailed and murdered at the hands of white supremacy plenty of times. Yet despite all empirical evidence pointing to the contrary, the belief that white love will lead to black safety persists. Willie Lynch did a number on folks. Certain black people who have been able to climb social and financial ladders have neglected observable reality to perpetuate the notion that other black people are less than or not trying hard enough, or even more ridiculously, that racism doesn't exist. They purport these ideas to be true, and then they use them to saddle up to white folks in their immediate proximity. It's the equivalent of a rooster escaping a factory farm and thus assuming that none of the other chickens ever get turned into nuggets. Unfortunately for them, white opinion is fickle and subject to rapid change upon the slightest stimuli, i.e. different black people that nobody involved knows, engaging in behavior that is deemed bad miles away from them. A black man in Compton gets into a fight, and that fight goes viral, and now Tim from the mailroom looks at you funny. And that sucks, doesn't it? That you, the black person who I'm addressing this to, as I do intend this to be an open dialogue, have to deal with your white friends, neighbors, and colleagues treating you differently because niggas you don't know are twerking on top of cars in Philly when you live in Iowa. That's not fair. So what do you do about that? How do we stop this from happening? Well, as a black man from the south side of Chicago who got called Oreo cookie his whole life, I have an idea. Just mind your business, bitch ass nigga. The fuck wrong with you? Your dumb ass throwing other black people under the bus has never gotten you paid or gotten you your dick sucked. So fuck is you on? I used to live in Lakeview, nigga. That's the north side of Chicago. If a motherfucker pressed me because some niggas I don't know did some shit on 79th when I lived on Belmont, I would simply beat the shit out of them for pressing me in the fucking first place. They just told you that they judge you based on the behavior of strangers and your bitch ass went for it. There is no amount of money that could ever make me turn my ring light on and turn on my front-facing camera and be mean to other black people because white people don't like the way they act because they twerked on top of a fucking car. Fuck does them twerking got to do with me? Not a fucking thing. Stand your bitch ass up. Oh, well, we just want to have community conversations. We just want community accountability. How the fuck you gonna hold niggas accountable when you don't know who the fuck they are? How the fuck is you holding niggas that you don't know accountable to your predominantly white audience? How is you holding them to account? Are you talking to them? No. Are you directing your criticism in a way where they can actually reach it and see it? No. Are you offering them anything? No. Do you even understand the context of what the fuck they was doing? No. You just talking to white people so that you could get views, so that you could get money because you don't like other niggas because you live in the fucking suburbs. Take that goofy shit back to Elmhurst, fuck ass nigga. I can't stand y'all, bruh. I wish somebody would pull some shit like that with me. I would violate my prohibition so fucking quick. Oh my fucking God.
Hey, it's Future Mohawk here. I just wanted to say real quick before the video got any further that I said earlier that I grew up on 87th Street and that I went to school on 63rd. And at least I've said that in a different video. So I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I want to stay out loud because I forgot to write this into the script. Not only does hood rat shit not bother me or affect me in any way, I enjoy it. I like it when they twerk on the cars and be loud and play spades and eat the hot crunchy curls and drink the 40 and do the dozens and Jones people on the corner. I like that shit. I like that shit a lot. I enjoy that. I like that. I think that's nice, right? As a dude that like thick black women and like hood rat shit and like doing ratchet shit with my friends. Not only does hood niggas minding their business got nothing to fucking do with me when I ain't over there. When I am over there, I want it to have something to do with me because I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much. And I'm having a grand old time every single time I'm around it. Oh, we gotta hold the community accountable for throwing ass and being attractive? Lame as fuck. And I know people is trying to hit the comments and they're gonna be like, all right, what about the rude behavior and the spitting on people in public and the fighting and the carrying on and all that other stuff? That's not a part of the culture. Why can't we hold them accountable for that? And again, why are you making it about people's blackness and about rude and not about like rude people being rude? Like I worked in the restaurant industry my entire life. Every type of motherfucker on the planet has been some type of mean to me. Black people don't have a specific rude about them. It's not fucking true. Black people aren't especially rude or especially out of pocket at restaurants or especially like likely to not tip or to dine and dash. It happens all the time through all walks of life. When I worked in a white neighborhood, it was white people who was doing all that shit to me, right? When I worked in a black neighborhood, it was black people doing that. When I worked in an Asian neighborhood or a Mexican neighborhood, it was them two groups of people. Whoever the fuck be there, be the ones acting up. So making that about black people and making that about blackness is you making it a part of the culture. Paradoxically enough, you're the one who's making it cultural because you're attributing certain behaviors to blackness of your own accord and then using that to separate yourself so that you could be a special type of black for your white friends. And again, that's just weird. And it's sad, and it's honestly it's bitchless behavior, and I don't know what that feels like. So, maybe something to think about, food for thought.
Anyway, yeah, the internet fatigue videos are racist, and the black people validating them are a bunch of tap dancing coons. That's my final word. Please feel free to agree or disagree with me in the comments. Thank you so much. I hope to hear from you later. And if you get down with this sort of behavior, I want to ask you straight up, have white people started being nice to you because you was mean to other black people? And don't that shit feel precarious? That shit don't feel dangerous to you? What if you act in a way they don't like? Right? That feels safe to you? You sure? You sure, my nigga? I mean, my African American, because you might not like that word, respectability and all that, Might not even be respectability. The word just might trigger you. I don't know. I don't know your life. Could have some real trauma behind it. Or you could just, be a weird bitch. I don't know. Y'all are strange. Anywho, get on my Patreon so I can keep paying bills. So that I can keep cussing out fuck niggas. Because we need more of that on the internet. You're welcome. And also, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.